Hey, Mark Agnesi here again in the back room at Norman's Rare Guitars. And once again, it is time for Guitar of the Day. It's Saturday, 5:45, Jen.
I know.
This might be a new record. Hey, I don't have a Strat. Get over it. We're doing a Les Paul. Come on back. This thing's from 1972. Original Gibson Les Paul Custom Black Beauty with the logo tops. Check that out. Let's talk about that for a second. We are in the depths of the Norland era Gibson right now. So Les Paul Customs ran up through, well, in this body style, they run up through, you'll see some even early 61s, but 61 they kind of go to the SG body shape. Still says Les Paul on it. Up through about 63, Les Paul decided that was it. Took his name off the guitar. You don't see Les Pauls again until the end of the 1960s. 1968, they released two reissue Les Pauls. They released a gold top, two P90s, stop tail tune-o-matic, kind of like a 56. We did one of those about 2 or 3 weeks ago if you go through the old episodes of Guitar of the Day. And then they did the black custom, but with 2 pickups instead of 3, like the originals. This is from a few years later. So a couple different features between the 71, 72s and the 68s. For starters, we have the introduction of the volute. You don't see the volute, this little bump here at the back of the headstock, until 1970. Gibson started doing that on all of their models in 1970, and it goes through the 70s. The other thing you will see is the Made in USA. You can't really see it. It's hard on the black guitars, but there's a little stamp that says Made in USA. Once you see Made in USA and a volute, the guitar is from the 70s, because even though some of these serial numbers might come up in a database like a 60s guitar, you go by features. You see a volute, Made in USA stamp, guitars from the 70s. It's hard to tell on black, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is a 3-piece neck. This is also when they start to get into the pancake bodies. So 2-piece bodies going together this way. A lot of times they have 3-piece tops underneath it on a black guitar. It's kind of hard to tell. The Gibson logo top pickups you start to see in 71 and 72. It's really the only time they did that, with that embossed Gibson logo on the pickups, which is kind of rad. You got the witch hat knobs, which are kind of indicative of the late 60s, early 70s. And then, Jen, if you can get real close on the fretboard, we got the Fretless Wonder frets. These are going to go through till about 1975. Once you get into 75, towards 76, the end of the 70s, they start putting big frets on these. All the originals were fretless wonders. When they started bringing them back in the late 60s, they were fretless wonders all the way up through 75. That's the fret less liked. Makes you play really fast. Not really great for string bending, but great for playing fast licks and fast runs. This thing is a metal machine, even though it was invented kind of by a jazzer. Why don't we go plug it in and see what it can do? All right, we're out front here. We've got the 1972 Gibson Les Paul Custom Black Beauty with the embossed pickups. We got it going through the old trusty 410 Hot Rod DeVille. All the EQs at noon. A little bit of reverb, a little bit of overdrive. Let's start up on the neck pickup. Let's see what this guy can do here. Moving on into the middle position. Combination of these 2 pickups together. bridge, throw a little bit more drive on it, do what this guitar was there intended to do. Another week in the freaking bag. I'm done. This thing's from 1972, Gibson Les Paul Custom Black Beauty, original Gibson embossed pickup covers, and original black finish with fretless wonder frets. Hey, check me out on Instagram at Mark Agnesi. Check out the store at Norman's Rare Guitars. Check this and the rest of these guitars out online at Norman's Rare Guitars, and we will see you guys next week for an all-new week of Guitar of the Day. Peace.